What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel as you tune in and check out the content. And with that being said, man, I want to speak on the recent state of the Lakers, right? And so I was watching them play recently. Um, since Luca is out and since Austin Reeves is out, man, it just looked like the Lakers players are quitting on JJ Redick. And I gotta say, like, and part of it, well, all of it, in my opinion, is the coach fault, it's the general manager fault, and it's and I blame LeBron James too, because when you have two starters out, Luca and Austin Reeves, and you have other guys on the bench who have been waiting their turn to get in, and then you up the minutes of Bronny James, that you have to expect that these guys, everybody on the team know that only reason why this kid is on the team because of his father. And if you're trying to make a career out of this and you want to get some time, now that these other two guys and you want to prove yourself, and they throw Bronny in there, he playing him 15 minutes a game. That's and Bronny don't know how to cut. He don't know how to flash to the open spot. He don't know how to use picks or anything like that. And when you play with somebody like that, that kind of takes away from your game. It makes your job harder. You know, then you have JJ Redick saying that he want to find the five guys who who really want to play basketball, and then you make these decisions. Not only can your players see through it, but even the fans see through it. Like you saying that you want the best for the team, but the moves that you make are not that, right. And so I was listening to the guy Scat from Scat Attack, and he makes some really good points about the collapse of the Lakers and some things he highlighted, as far as like what JJ Redick is saying. And I want to play that audio because I want to point out how this guy, JJ Redick, I know and understand that there are politics involved, like when it comes to basketball, but it's a thin line because nobody is going to want to play for JJ Redick, and nobody, like, his credibility is shot as far as like the players are concerned. He's telling, we see one thing, and he telling us something different from what we seeing out there. The players see something else, and then he's telling, the players, something different. If you can't at least be honest with people about the situation, because everybody see what's going on, then you lose credibility, and you only hurt yourself as a coach. These guys don't play for him, man, because he is not being honest with these kids, these guys on this team. So let me play the audio from the Scat Attack, and then I'm gonna come back and give some of my opinion.
Well, the LA Lakers are in all out free fall mode. The collapse is now all but complete as they are now eyeing the 5 seed out west following their second biblical ass beating in less than a week at the hands of the Oklahoma City Thunder last night. And yes, that first massacre occurred 6 days ago and was by 43 points. A game that was over at the end of the first quarter, but a lot more happened after that, of course, with Luka Doncic sustaining a grade 2 hamstring strain. And in that same game, Austin Reeves was hit with a grade 2 oblique strain. The long-term prognosis for both, not good. Both players are expected out for 4 to 6 weeks. And the Lakers have now lost 3 straight games, culminating with another 36-point beatdown last night to the Oklahoma City Thunder. But wouldn't you know it, just 2 days after LeBron was showing off against the Dallas Mavericks, dropping his stat-stuffing 30-point, 15 assist, and 9 rebound game in a loss, of course. Bron was predictably load managing in this game with his fake foot injury. After all, when the going gets tough, the Fraud King gets in street clothes. Following the game, a frustrated JJ talked about the current state of the Lake Show.
Whatever you got to do to go out and fight and be all in on the team. We'll find the 9 guys. It's a great opportunity for us over the next, 3 games to find those guys.
And yeah.
See, and that's where like his credibility gets called into question. Because all right, so if a coach said that, yeah, we looking for the, the guys to step up, and then you put Bronny out there, knowing that he's not ready for this situation, the player's gonna be looking at you kind of side eye.
That ain't going to be LeBron, but he can stuff the box score if and when he decides to grace the Lakers with his presence on the court. The loss officially drops the Lakers from the 3 to the 4 behind the surging Denver Nuggets on the strength of their 9-game win streak. And as if that wasn't all bad enough for LA, JJ and Jared Vanderbilt got into a little verbal altercation early in the second quarter. Redick would also talk about that after the game.
Called a timeout to get him out of the game, and he reacted. But again, normal interaction for me.
See now, all right. So the guy wanted to stay in the game and get some minutes, but like I said, you got Bronny James in there, and I think the guy, he probably just fed up. But JJ Redick is trying to act like he don't know what's going on and try to throw this dude under the bus like he's the problem, when JJ Redick and the Lakers are the problem.
What was he not doing in his shift then?
What was he not doing?
To take him out, like what?
Again, it was a confluence of things, Dan.
Yeah, it's a confluence of things. Just like DeAndre Ayton being ass, because JJ Redick would throw him under the bus following the game as well.
You think he's had trouble catching the ball. So we've ran a bunch of plays for him. He's just had trouble catching the ball. And, I don't know if that's the passing or if it's, him trying to get position. He hasn't been able to catch the ball.
Now, like I said, I don't know what JJ Redick is thinking about, but this is why players really don't have a whole lot of respect for him, because they can't trust you. It's not a good look for a coach to throw his players under the bus. It's just not. And in the long run, it always backfires on coaches. You can be honest about, your team and what the team, but you got to accept some of the responsibility too. If a player is not playing very well, what you publicly, you just said, you don't throw under the bus. You found a way to say, we're making too many mistakes out there. We doing this, we doing that. We're not doing this right, something like that. But this is guys not going to play hard for you, right? And you talking about you coaching a sport where you got to be able to, if you want to be successful, you got to be able to get the best out of these guys. And that's what coaching is all about.
Ultimately, though, look, glass half full for the Lakers and the remaining players who actually feel like dressing for the games. There are lots of minutes available for hungry guys that might be looking for some playing time, such as, well, Bronny James.
Those sort of spots they're open. We're gonna, and similar to what we've done, when we've been healthy, at the 5, we'll play the 5 that is all in that day. And we'll figure out, who that is.
Yes, we had a.
Yeah, he just throwing guys under the bus. Like, we'll play the 5 who's all in. The coach has to be all in too. The coach needs to be on the same page as everybody else.
Bronny sighting last night, and perhaps he has activated playoff mode, something I'm sure he learned from Pops, because Bronny got in 22 minutes in this game, and it was more than just a cardio sesh. He jacked up 9 shots, which was the second most on the Lakers team, and he went 2 of 9 from the field, 0 of 5 from the three-point line, while dropping 4 points and registering a robust minus 25 on the old plus minus scale, which was not the worst on the team. It was only second worst behind the aforementioned bucket of ass DeAndre Ayton. So yeah, the Lake Show are now officially in the 4 spot, setting their sights on the 5 because they are tied with the Houston Rockets right now. And although they do have the tiebreaker,
no way in the world Bronny James should be jacking up 9 shots in an NBA game, man. No, I mean, and if you ever watch Bronny James play, it's just obvious that he don't understand the game of basketball. He don't know how to cut. He don't know how to use picks. You know, and he feels so comfortable shooting the ball 9 times when you got so many other, you know, you have other guys out there, better options than Bronny James. He goes sit down in the corner, wait for you to pass on the ball, then he just jack up a 3, 2 for 9. That's not really good at all. Yeah, man. JJ Redick, I think once he lead the Lakers, I think his coaching career is about done too. So it's a shame. So that's all I got on this. Make sure to like, subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to leave a comment. And with that being said, I'll check you all out in the next video. Peace.